Hello, once again, it's Damon's List. I don't even want to say that's DDP, but it's not the case. Okay, I did my top prediction about the year in wrestling that's about to come, about the year in movies. And I'm not going to tell you who I believe is going to be nominated for Best Actors, whatever. Maybe Best Pictures, but not Best Actor. I'm going to tell you basically what are my prediction of what movies I think will rock, and some of them I believe might be actually disappointments. For example, I have plenty of movies I'm looking forward to next year. I basically made a video out of this. I'm not gonna recap what I've said this. If you want to, you go rewatch this. However, which movies based on this do I believe will be absolute hits, and some of them I believe might be slight disappointments. There you go. Here's what I believe will be the top most profitable movie in 2026. Apart from the apart from basically the top three or top five. The rest is in no orders. So, of course, it's gonna be Avengers Doomsday. And that's number one. I know it's gonna be profitable. Just how much we don't know, and how much will be profitable depending on the big budget it does. I know it'll actually be something. It will be giving a lesson that to Marvel that more is more. That every movie they're gonna have stack 17 million superheroes rather than make a great story, and that's actually not a great thing there. It works as Avengers, that don't always work for everybody else. I believe Spider-Man 4 Brand New Day will be a very good hit. Very great box office, but again, I'm not gonna say excellent, but very good. And I believe this one, I'm not sure about Avengers Doomsday's quality, but I believe Spider-Man 4, since it's directed by the same, I think it's John Watts, who did the original trilogy with Tom Holland's Spider-Man, I believe it'd be very good. It'll be a very good movie, back to form there, and a very necessary back to form for Marvel. I believe Chris Nolan's The Odyssey will actually also be a box office success, and actually, the critics and the audience will both love it. And yeah, do I believe the movie is going to be nominated for the Oscars at the next year's Oscars? Yes, I believe. So it'll be nominated for 2026 Best Picture. That's a basic given to me at this point. I believe Toy Story 5 will be better than Toy Story 4, which was still a good movie, but the less of the four. I do not believe it'll reach the high of Toy Story 3, although I believe it'll still rake in a lot of money. So those five movies, apart from Avengers Doomsdays, I believe will sorry, those four movies, apart from Avengers Doomsdays, I believe will all be very good to great in terms of quality. Super Mario Galaxy could go either way, but I tend to trust the process there, and I think it'll be very good, very simplistic. But instead of just looking at the Super Mario lore, they'll go more into the Super Mario Wii lore in terms of Galaxy 1 and 2. And that's fine. I mean, it's going to focus on different games. I've seen the more of a Galaxy and Odyssey reference than the first one, which was more traditional reference to Mario. I believe be very good. So, Dune Eternal, I said I was kind of find it an overrated, the first two Dunes being overrated, and I believe in that case it'll be more of the same quality. Damn good cinematography, damn good score, very good acting, fun action scenes, but not few and far between. I believe it'll actually end the trilogy well. So the same quality. Again, I'm not saying it's a bad movie. I didn't say that I didn't like those Dune movies. I said that I didn't love it. It's not for me, but I know they're very good movies. If they're very well done, well crafted, Denis Villeneuve is a very good director, but I prefer Prisoners, Sicario, and Arrival. Those are my three favorite Denis Villeneuve movies, and Dune isn't it. So yeah, but I believe it'd be very profitable. It'd be number 6 or 7 most profitable this year. I believe Disclosure Day. That's another movie that I just found out about. I believe it'd be very profitable. And I think it'd be a return to form from Steven Spielberg. Actually, a movie that this time will make that people actually go see instead of The Fablesman or the remake of West Side Story. I believe people will actually see that movie. Minions 3 is gonna make easy money. Story's gonna be fun. It's gonna make you chuckle. It does for me, but it's not gonna be amazing. But it make a lot of money. I believe Scream 7 will be surprised how much money he gets because it's Sidney Prescott coming back as Neve Campbell comes back, and basically every other face, every possible Ghostface Killer comes back, and I believe that will increase the intensity you feel because we don't know who's going to be this killer until the end. And I believe it might just be the end of the story arc of Sidney Prescott. That's what I do believe, and that's going to increase the buy rates, increase the basically the box office returns of this. And finally, I believe maybe in top 10, Supergirl could go either way. And honestly, depends on what the tone of the movie is. Because I do know the director Craig Gillespie did I, Tonya, and I, Tonya was very good. So it could be good if you let Craig Gillespie do Craig Gillespie. But if you Supergirl tries as the trailer seems to make as Guardian of Galaxy Part 4, I don't think it's going to succeed if it does that. Let Supergirl be her own thing. But I believe those are going to be the top 10 box office hits of this year. So I believe Supergirl might be a marginal hit, but still. I believe, and that goes for TV, because in terms of TV series, last year we saw Cobra Kai end, we saw Squid Game end, and Stranger Things end. In my opinion, the best of those finales is easily Cobra Kai. I love that finale. And it's like uh this first half of the season, to be honest with you, if it continued in that direction, would have been the worst season by far. But then the second half, like they redeem himself. It feels like now you rewatch it, it's like there was a reason why it wasn't that good the first half. It's like a band warming up their song, warming up their hits before they really hit the strings hard and basically nails the bass down. That's how I felt. And it was really a kick-ass second half. Squid Game, I want to say Squid Game season 2 was good, but nowhere near as good the first one. It wasn't. The detective storyline, the whole series didn't seem to really fit. It felt like just waste of time. Every time I saw that, it's like, can we go back to Squid Games, please? And this season didn't change that. This last season, I wanted to get on so much to survive and end those games. At the very worst, they could have easily done that. Where him, the mother, and the baby could have been the final survivors. But no, they basically said the baby was a participant in the game, and I thought it was so ridiculous. It's like a swerve for the sake of a swerve. It's not as bad as Umbrella Academy season 4. Dear God, that was an awful finale, an awful season 2. But Netflix could go sometimes hit or miss, and this one to me was a miss. Yeah, there's a dilemma about the front man, his humanity, but it's like it didn't need to end like this, and didn't need to have a bad ending, a sad ending. So to me, of the three finales, the worst one is Squid Games, and the one in between is Stranger Things. Stranger Things, I like the series. The last season, there's some things I liked, there's some things I didn't. Uh, Sometimes the difference between Squid Games killed everybody he cared about, and Stranger Things play it so safe. Oh, they killed one character, Callie. Who is Callie again? A character from one episode in season 2 that people didn't like that she came back. Ooh. An elephant might or might not be. That's it. For a battle of such stakes, nobody dies. Like there's something about lack of courage, lack of guts. Like Jurassic World has the same thing. Jurassic World Rebirth has the same problem. Jurassic World in general. Jurassic World Dummy has the same problem. I mean, there's no stakes, there's no intensity, there's no sense of urgency or sense of danger if all the main characters, even the supporting main characters, all survive. Like it felt like you want to have your favorite fine. Nobody's gonna be in any real danger. But that's the thing. So I like basically this. I like basically their epilogue at the end. And it really played like Lord of the Rings with Mike Wheeler being brought back at the front as a real protagonist of the series. Basically was the Frodo there. Or maybe the Samwise Gamgee. In this case, it gives back the book to everybody. To basically his sister. Basically has passed the torch to the new D&D Dungeon and Dragon group will be his sister and her friends. But again, I like the season. It's not a disappointment. Don't get me wrong. I liked it. But when I see like Watch Mojo pretend like it's one of the best finale of all times, like pump a break. It's not even the best finale this year of Netflix. That still is Cobra Kai. like pump the brakes here. It's a pretty good finale. It stuck the landing. It didn't jump the shark. It was good. It's a success. But let's not say that in terms of quality was the best finale ever. So yeah, this year there's The Boys that's going to end. I think in April of 2026, The Boys show on Amazon Prime. And I'm gonna be more pessimistic. I believe the ending will be divisive, polarizing, and not actually a great happy ending. I think it'll be uh somber, a dark, comedic ending. I believe that Billy Butcher and Homelander will both eliminate each other throughout the final battles. But I don't think it's gonna be something like, yeah, we took care of Homelander, or something like, yeah, we now there's no corrupt soups, and maybe like I don't know, Soldier Boy or Soldier Boy's uh a clone of Soldier Boy will end up being basically in the last frame of the show will open his eye and that's be the end of it. That's my prediction. I hope not, but that's my prediction. In terms of TV and like the One Piece season two, I think will be just as good as the first season. And I think this year, I think there'll be less movies and TV shows that people will be interested. I think people will go more on YouTube or on podcasts for entertainment. I'm not sure who's gonna buy Warner Brothers. But to be honest with you, I always like seeing the different variation of the logo every time the movie starts. Like basically for Batman, I remember for Batman '89, the screen got dark. Was very rare that the logo would change, but it did with this. The second one, Batman Returns, the screen will go black before the sign. Even Mars Attacks, with basically this flying saucers in the back. Yeah, Tim Burton really knew how to basically create the mood of the movie with just a sign. Or Batman Begins, Dark Knight, Dark Knight Rises, same thing. I like seeing the variation of Warner Brothers sign it. And now it's gonna be what, Warner Brothers Netflix? I don't like that. So we don't know if it was gonna be acquired, but to be honest with you, I'm kind of sad because I always enjoyed seeing the Warner Brothers movie studio. It used to be it used to be a pillar of, hey, you know what? It's a big picture and usually, not all the time, has a good quality. Now we're not sure. So yeah. But that's up to this. Now, do I believe they'll be surprising it? They're not going to be basically the best box office return, but the surprising it of this year, I believe, will be Coyote versus Acme. We're going to find out how good it was and how it deserved to be a movie theater long ago. And we're going to find out that Warner Brothers, sorry, sorry for that interruption. Just found out basically by mistake. I kicked up basically what was the part of the desk of my work desk by mistake. That's what happens when your knees are so tireless they keep doing this, they keep shaking. Anyway, I believe like I said, Coyote Acme will be the surprise hit of the summer. Will there be a movie that may sorry, that made a movie that might disappoint or maybe easily not flop? And I believe Mandalorian versus Grogu will make some money, but it's not gonna make as much money as Disney wants to. But it will. It will make some money. Uh, is there a movie that predict will be awful? Uh, of the movies I intend to see this year, none of them feel like I look at the list and say, ah, it's gonna be awful. I mean, I predict 28 years later, I'm gonna see it part two. I'm gonna see it like next week. I think it'll be good. I don't think it'll be great though, but I don't think it'll be awful. I might be wrong, and I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm right in this case. It's not gonna be awful, but that's what I believe. And yeah, I believe in terms. I think Matt Damon will nail a great performance as in the movie Odyssey, and yeah, do I believe which movie's gonna win the Oscars apart from that? No, no. And honestly, I don't need to. Those are the movies I want to see. Those are TV shows in terms of entertainment, what I predict is gonna happen. Let me know what you think down below. Later.